How much money do you think it cost me to drive my GP3 the entire way for Mini Takes the States 2022? Stick around to the end of this video and you're gonna find out. So if you don't know what Mini Takes the States 2022 is, it's a rally put on by Mini USA, which is really cool. How many other car companies put on these week-long rallies? But it's actually a 9-day rally. It goes to 8 different cities in 8 different states. We start each morning at the same spot, get together, check out each other's cars, get some breakfast, and then after that we get on the road and head to the next city. We take the scenic route, of course, and we do that over and over and over again. If you haven't seen my videos on them, I'll leave a link in the description. I've got a video for each day, where we started, where we ended, things like that, any little details along the way. So go check those out if you haven't already. The event goes over 9 days. You can participate in one or many of the days, or even all. So I participated in all the days this year. And that covered 1,723 miles for the entire route from Burlington, Vermont to Spartanburg, South Carolina. I do have some stats from the event about the participants. We raised $90,000 for the Best Friends Animal Society over those 9 days, so which I think is really awesome. I think it exceeded the goal of $75,000, and I think we should maybe try for $100,000 next time. I think that'd be a good thing to aim for. There were 2,000 plus of us on the event, fellow Miniacs, myself included. And of those cars, 36% of those Minis were the Cooper 2-door hardtop. 18% were Countrymen's, and 18% were convertibles. So convertibles, a lot of convertibles in one spot. The Roadsters were putting on an impressive show as well. There were quite a few Roadsters there as well. Now 40% of those cars were from the model year 2018 and newer. And then model years from 2013 to 2017 had 37% of the representation. 2008 to 2012 was 14%, and 9% were classic to 2007. Another fun fact, there were 9,500 pancakes flipped throughout those 9 days, so a lot of pancakes going around. Another stat I don't have the number for are the amount of bugs that I hit on the way home with my 14-hour drive home. Check out the front of my bumper when I got back. It was obliterated with bugs. I can't even begin to imagine how many are on there. Now before I get to the actual cost of everything, I want to go over a few quick things that I learned from this 9-day event. It was my first time doing it, and I did learn that one, you should bring bug spray, because there were times where we were in wooded areas, or at least I was in wooded areas, pulled over to get some scenic shots, take some pictures of cars. The bugs were out. So I did have sunscreen, did not have bug spray. Another thing that I learned was you might not get the normal amount of sleep that you're used to. I know, at least for me, I didn't. I was editing video and photos late and then had to get up early, or early for me. I'm more of a night owl than a morning person, and get to the next start each morning. So my sleep was definitely lacking over this trip, and I know it was for some others as well. So just keep that in mind, you're gonna be tired for sure. Next, you should definitely have a co-pilot if you can. I was fortunate enough to have a co-pilot a few times over the days. So that made those days way more enjoyable. One, to have somebody help navigate, help find some snacks, just somebody to talk to. So if you're planning to do this in the future, definitely try and find somebody that could be a co-pilot for you for the duration of your trip. Okay, so let's get to the numbers. You've been here waiting patiently for this video to end so you can get to those numbers. To recap, we drove for 9 days, over 1,700 miles. It wasn't a direct route, we took the scenic route. I was driving the GP3, which is not always the best on gas mileage, but it can be good on mileage. You know, you can really get really good mileage on it when you're not flooring it. So, I mean, I did a little bit of both. So, over those 9 days, 1,700 miles. First, hotel lodging, I spent $2,000 on lodging. You can obviously spend way more, way less. You can go camping and spend way less. You can find better deals on hotels and spend way less. You can get nicer hotels and spend way more. For me, over the 9 days, $2,000 is what it cost me. Food was about $300 because I didn't have to buy breakfast any morning. There was breakfast provided every morning by the Mini Takes the States crew. And so that was really helpful for saving me out of one meal each day. I only needed to buy lunch and dinner, and then maybe a few snacks along the way. So about $300 is what I spent on food over the course of 9 days, which I think is a pretty good deal. the registration fee. It cost me a measly $150 to do the entire 9 days, which when you think about what you're getting over those 9 days, in terms of support for any incidents, the free breakfast, the stickers, the buttons, the Santa Claus, I'm sure he wasn't cheap. That's a pretty good value. I think that's a great price. So $150 to register for those 9 days. So finally, how much did I spend on fuel? I've been asking you this over the last 9 videos. Remember to go check those out if you haven't already. How much did I spend over the trip? I spent $468.28 on fuel. That's just over the 9 days from Burlington to Spartanburg, South Carolina. It does not include my travels to Burlington or my travels home. But yeah, $468. So yeah, that's what it costs for me. It might cost you a little bit more, a little bit less, depending on where you're coming from. I know some folks drove all the way from the West Coast, California, all the way down from BC and Canada. Some folks probably didn't have to drive nearly as far. You can also choose different methods of lodging. You can go camping instead of hotels. You can probably bring your own food for a lot of it, save a bunch of money on the food budget. But yeah, that's what it cost me in 2022 to do Mini Takes the States. So now you know. How close was your guess? What did you think that the price was going to be? So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. You can show your support by subscribing if you haven't already, liking this video, going to theminivlog.com/store, and get a cool t-shirt such as this one. Got a little cameo from my cat down there. And just be ready for future videos. We're gonna go work on the classic some more in a few weeks. We're gonna do some other mini events. We also have this really cool item. I'm gonna blur this out because you're not supposed to know what this is yet, but make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the video for this in the future. It's gonna be a pretty good one. But yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Leave any questions or comments you have down below, and hopefully I'll see you in Mini Takes the States 2024. All right, catch you later.